Shalom Akim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Wakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mission who rule well, and to the Akim and the falcons of the earth. Shalom, 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 barakatam. Alright. This is Brother Menashe DC Church short lesson for the hopeful elect. In fact, it's not really a lesson, it's basically a little PSA, man, to keep you up to date with what these so-called institutions of learning are pushing, all right, upon these students and their employees and contractors, man. All right. So you have to understand that these institutions are just a front for gatekeepers of ESO societies, all right, because they understand the value of power and control, and that's why placed in these positions to make sure that the script of the elite is followed to a T. All right, and a lot of people just get surprised that why the hell do certain things happen. Well, it's because it's a network of corrupt individuals that go along with the plan of the elites, to have people under control and oppression. All right, their voices are never heard when things are going sideways. All right, all they do is just pretend like stuff never happened. All right, so University of Michigan is basically mandating that folks got to get the jab, man. All their students, their so-called employees, and this is a state, a state-owned institution of learning. All right, so it's saying that to all members of the university community, widespread vaccination is the primary and most effective tool that should bring the C-19 pandemic under control, and it is the key to a vibrant and engaging academic year for all of us in the University of Michigan community. So they already tell the people what they are about, that they are they are for the jab, man, and that's the whole point right there, man. It doesn't matter how much information is being brought out to prove that the jab is a faulty source of immunity, but they will never they never come forward. They just keep silent because the funding is being controlled by the puppets of the elites. All right. So you can imagine, backlash for not following the script. So that's how it is, man. It's just terrible. And this is a so-called university system that's supposed to have some of the top researchers in the world to tell people what's going on with the jab and what's the best approach to handling all that stuff. Yeah, so you never hear nothing about that from them, man. The media never put that on the screen, on the airwaves. Even if a so-called professor or so-called graduate student or undergraduate student come up with a proper method, to get this hoax out of the minds of the people, and to bring some sunshine to the situation. All right, so it's always gonna be whatever the elites want that they're gonna push. Then it say that okay, well, 81% of students and 65% of employees they aren't out of campus or they got the jab. Okay, and then it also says that 76% of the medical staff say they already got the jab, and then it also says that those of different categories or lower categories have a lower vaccination rate. Okay, so And this is it. It says today. And what day is that? July 30. That was yesterday. So they are requiring, another word for requiring is mandating, okay, that the C19 jabs for all the students, faculty, and staff across all three campuses, including the Michigan Medicine, all right, that they gotta have it. They gotta have it. They gotta have it by August 30, all right? And then he also says this includes those working or learning remotely. So all students gotta have it. Whether and employees, whether they are on campus or off campus. All right. Learning or working. All right. So it now says that the emergence of the highly infectious Delta variant, okay, the possibility of breakthrough infections and our inability to vaccinate the young children of students and employees and those who are immunocompromised have necessitated that we strengthen our approach to keep our community safe. Yeah, so that's the same line they're always going to keep pushing, man. You know, they're going to stick with the script. As to see the whole house is burning down. They still want to stick with it. You know, so it just shows you that the wisdom in these so-called institutions is not righteous. It's not sound, right? It's just corrupt. Okay, it's a place where the words of the Lord are turned upside down, despite all the information that the Lord has put before them, the facts of science. All right. So you could read through it. You could check out the news articles, and then you understand what they're really up to. So here they have 2 points that they make. It says, if you have received all doses of C19 jabs but have not yet reported information, please do so here. If you have already gotten the jab, gracias. Thank you. There's nothing more you need to do. It also says, if you have received the first jab, report here. You will be required to complete weekly C19 testing and wear a mask indoors on campus until you have completed all doses and are considered fully vaccinated. All right. So it's just hilarious, man. You know, it's just hilarious of what people had to deal with when you have a corrupt system. So I'm going to get a quick precept. It's going to be from the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. With all the information that's available on the books, you know, it just doesn't make any sense, you know, to fall into that trap. So the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12, it says, and further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. All right? So, all that studying, they still can't come to the conclusion that they're promoting a false ideology. All right? And it's just what you say, you know what? These folks, they're already set in their ways. Their conscience has already been set seared with a hot iron. And no matter how much facts is out there that you could put before them with all the evidence, they just turn a blind eye and willingly walk into their own graves. All right? And that's exactly what it is, you know? And I got a quick precept, man. So this is from the book of Matthew chapter 15 verse 14. It says, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Yep, and that's what you're going to see, regularly, man. The blind leading the blind, and those that choose to be willingly ignorant, they're going to fall into that ditch, and there's nothing else. So all the studying and all the gray hairs and all the student loans, they still can't come to the conclusion about the facts of the science and to differentiate fraud from the facts. All right, so it's just something to take account of, man. So in the book of Psalms chapter 110, actually 111 verse 10, it says it says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. All right. So it clearly tells you the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. There is no fear of the Lord in these universities, man. They don't really stand for the truth. All do is just further the oppression of the system upon the weak and vulnerable and ignorant. All right. And then another precept I'd like to bring out would be from the book of Ecclesiastes. You know what? I'll just go straight to I'll go back to Sirach. All right, book of Sirach. I'm gonna read Sirach chapter 1 verse 5. It says, the word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. And that's what you have to always focus on, man. The words of the Lord. All right. It's the fountain of wisdom. So what else can a man, ask for from the Most High? Once you've got the wisdom of the Lord and you're able to put it into practice and you live by it, there's nothing that this world can do to deceive you. All right. Because you have the facts, you have the arguments. You know how to present the information to the people so they could make an informed decision. But these universities, they can't really do that like they need to, because they're in the hands of the wicked. All right. So that's the point that I'm not really gonna talk much about this, man, because they got all the equipment, they got the labs and everything to do the research, but what did they come out with? This this trashy announcement to go along, with the evil rulers of this world. And you know how it is, man. All these grants for research and all this funding for research are controlled by the elites and the so-called peons. So you could imagine people can't progress when they don't have research to do, because a lot of these professors, their job is basically to do research and research and research. They can't move up in their field without doing research. So that's how this society is, man. It's corrupt, it's oppressive, and it's deceptive. And you just gotta say, Kal Halamullah, Yahweh Bashim Ashab Bashim Kakadash, that we're almost out of here, man. We don't have to deal with this no more. So just keep your eyes open, man, and don't fall for the okie doke no more, man. My cost to your job, my cost to your family, all that, relationships and all that. But you gotta stand strong in the faith of the Lord. Hamashak Yahushai. Shalom.